We've learned how to simplify expressions by combining like terms. Next, we're going to learn another strategy for simplifying expressions, which is called using the distributive property. But before we actually apply it to different expressions, we're going to first make sure that we understand what it is and why it works. Let's start with this expression. We have 3, and then in parentheses, we have 4 plus 5. Remember, when we have a number written right next to a set of parentheses, that implies multiplication. So this 3 is being multiplied by what's in the parentheses, the 4 plus 5. Let's review how we can solve this problem using the order of operations, our PEMDAS. Okay, so the P in PEMDAS stands for parentheses. So we start by simplifying what's inside the parentheses, the 4 plus 5, which of course gives us 9. So this problem becomes 3 times 9. And now we can use multiplication to simplify it even more. 3 times 9 gives us 27. And there we go, our expression is fully simplified. Another way that we could solve the same problem is with using the distributive property. Now, the distributive property tells us that when we have a number outside of a set of parentheses, or it could also be a variable, but in this case we just have the number 3, that 3 can be multiplied by each term inside this parentheses as separate steps. So instead of first adding the 4 and 5 together, we can multiply the 3 times the 4, which gives us 12. And now we go back and multiply the 3 times the 5 as a separate step. And remember, include whatever sign, whatever symbol is to the left of the term, whether it's a addition or a subtraction sign, so you know how to treat it as positive or negative. In this case, we have a plus 5, so it's a positive 5. And 3 times positive 5 gives us positive 15. Now we can add these together. 12 and positive 15 gives us 27. Now notice we ended up with the exact same answer, both ways. Okay, so now you can see that there are 2 different ways to solve a problem like this. You could use the order of operations, but in some situations where order of operations might not work, you can also apply the distributive property. So let's review. We use the distributive property when a number or a variable is being multiplied by a group of terms that are inside parentheses. And to do this, we multiply whatever's on the outside by each term that's inside the parentheses. So if we have A being multiplied by B plus C inside the parentheses, multiply A times B as one step, and as a second step, multiply A times C. Okay, so we could write this over as A times B plus A times C. So this is a way to represent the distributive property as a general formula with these variables A, B, and C.